At this time, we are so pleased to be able to connect with Dayton real estate and technology entrepreneur and community advocate, Larry Connor. Thank you, Larry, for allowing us to be one of the places you are connecting with while on your 8-day mission at the International Space Station. It is truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us to get to visit with someone from our hometown who has traveled to the ISS. We have a few questions we would love to ask you.
Yeah, hi, Tracy. Great to be with you.
When we were contacted by Amanda Brown at your office to put together these questions, we were admiring glass art pieces created by Chihuly. Reflecting on that moment and this one, there are so many beautiful things on Earth that one only needs to take time to appreciate. As you look out the cupola and back to Earth, what do you feel or appreciate?
Yeah, for your audience, the cupola is 7 windows, and it's the best view in the world, literally. And ISS, we're 250 miles above Earth. We circumnavigate the globe every 90 minutes, traveling at about 17,500 miles an hour, although it doesn't feel like it. So you have an unprecedented view of Earth. And I was fortunate this morning to be with one of the European astronauts, and we were just crossing into Portugal through Spain, France, Italy, Ukraine, Russia, and almost all the way to China. And it gives you a completely different perspective of the Earth.
That you are not just going for the thrill of space travel, but also to do real research. Can you tell us how the heart tissue study is coming along? Did you take heart cells up with you?
Yeah, so let me give you an overview and then I'll speak specifically to that. Yeah, I told Axiom, which is a company that put this together with SpaceX from day one, that I had no interest in being a space tourist, and that I wanted to do some things that hopefully were worthwhile and maybe contributed. So I've had a long-term relationship with the Mayo Clinic and Cleveland Clinic. I went to them. We came up with 4 different experiments. And the hope, it's not a guarantee, the hope is that it really ends up making a difference and leads to some groundbreaking research. Specifically with Mayo, we took some heart cells called senescent cells, which are really related to aging. We flew them up here on our Crew Dragon, which is named Endeavor, transferred them in here. And yesterday, literally, I spent 5 hours with my arms in what's called a life science glove box, transferring those cells. Tedious work, but very important. And then we'll go back for another iteration on Thursday, and then we're going to fly those back to Earth Monday or Tuesday when we leave the ISS.
Thank you for teaching me a new word. As we prepared these questions, we learned the words senescence. As you work with cells on the station, you said you will be bringing them back with you. Will they be further studied when they come home?
Yeah, absolutely. Mayo Clinic is led by Dr. Jim Kirkland, a brilliant doctor and scientist that I've had the good fortune to know for almost a decade, who has dedicated his life to helping people, and specifically people who are aging. And the hope is that through the research, you can improve potentially quality of life for people as they age. Senescent cells are thought to be a major cause of aging and aging disorders.
We have a couple questions from some of our younger museum members. What does zero gravity feel like, and what does it feel like when it first changes to zero gravity for your body?
Well, zero gravity is just that you can move. So here, I may as well demonstrate for you here. So we can do this. And this is pretty easy to go upside down or to go sideways like this. And the longer you're here, the more adept you get at it. You'll be able to maneuver around. The only thing that becomes a little bit challenging is when you're brand new at this is to remember kind of which direction you're at. So I ended up turning myself 180 degrees from where I started, but we'll just go back down here. And so that's a demonstration. You know, actions are much better than words, and so that'll show you. It's one of the real highlights of being here, but it's also pretty challenging to kind of get the hang of it. As you can see, some of my gyrations were not perfect.
That was great. Thank you. Is it hard to sleep?
It is a little bit. Now, the environment, we have a sleeping bag, and I have the good fortune to actually be sleeping in the SpaceX Crew Dragon, which is attached to the ISS. And so in there, I suspended my sleeping bag tied to 4 posts, and you literally are suspended in the air. So it's actually, once you get used to it, very comfortable. But I think because it's such a different environment, it seems like, and the crew says, Crew 3's here, NASA professional astronauts, by the way, who have been nothing short of phenomenal, incredibly helpful. We never get the research done. We're doing almost 100 hours without their help and guidance. And then you'll tend to wake up kind of middle of the night, and then it'll take you a while to get back. But you actually, for whatever reason, maybe because we're so busy, we're working like 14-hour days, is you don't seem to get tired. So, but it is a different environment.
Have you seen Dayton from space?
Now, this is one of the challenges. You're going 17,500 miles an hour. And we take different arcs around Earth. So it just depends upon when you're going to pass over something. And because research is our #1 focus, we've been laser focused on that. Not only me, but the entire team. So I probably have not even spent more than, I don't know, I think this is day 5, maybe 45 minutes total in the cupola. And I'm hoping to get a few other opportunities, and if you have cloud cover and you're passing so fast, the moment is very quick to take the photo.
And from another member, the ISS is far from Earth, but the moon is much, much further. If you could go to the moon, would you go, and why?
Yeah, that's an interesting question, not only to ask me, but my other crew members. And to a person, we all said yes, because it's the next great frontier. And the opportunity to be able to do that would be, a once in a lifetime. Do I think that's going to happen for private astronauts? By the way, there's a huge distinction between private astronauts and space tourists. In the next 5 years, 10 years, I'm not sure it's going to happen. But we've all said, God willing, that if we're here and it's available, we're in.
And from former First Lady of Ohio, Hope Taft, is there any chance you can see the Hopewell Mound group from space? If so, can you take pictures of them?
Yeah, hi, Hope, and thanks for the question. And that's actually on our list of items to do. But if I'm being really honest, the likelihood of us being able to do it, there's a good chance that we may have an opportunity to see it. But is it during the day or night? Keep in mind, every 90 minutes you go through both day or night. And am I going to be in position? So the likelihood is not great, but I'd love to have that opportunity.
I know we are out of time, so thank you again for connecting with us, and we look forward to seeing you when you get back. Meanwhile, we are checking the NASA Spot the Station to be sure that if you do come over Dayton, we can get the word out for everyone to go out and give you a big wave and lots of good wishes for a safe return.
Yeah, thanks very much. I'd like to say hello to everybody in Dayton and especially everybody at Boonshoft for participating.
Thank you, Larry. This concludes this event. Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you soon.
All right, great. Thank you.